You don't know who your mom and pa is? Nope.
We're going on a great trip.
I know they said, oh,
Across the, somewhere to somewhere.
We're going to make it
It's
work.
just a matter of figuring it out.
Yeah, we have to play Tetris.
That's right.
Getting our stuff packed up. Getting everything ready.
Just set him here.
Ignore the cars. Here we go.
All gonna fit, guys.
Yes, we are going to do that.
Brother Zeb and Sister Sarah tell me they had an 8-pound, 6-ounce baby boy. Congratulations, Brother Zeb. We also need the names, the family names from Wilkinson Company and Nicolaitis and Company, okay? So I'm going to give this to Captain McKee.
Okay.
And Captain Heslip. So if I can get those names filled in there.
You got it.
Show them that we are still faithful to the Union, so we carry that at the head. Again, that's the sign of who's at the head of the column. The Bennington flag, the one with the yellow stars, is at the tail. So captains, as long as we have that cart, the big Union flag out in front, and the small in the tail, then we'll have our order. Do we have an issue here or any other company company business? Captain McKee and Captain Robinson, Captain Nicolaisen, if you want to come forward, I need to confer with you some very tragic news. Do you have your names there? Sure. No worries, you take your time on that. Any other business, though, before we begin? Do we have any medical issues or anything? Again, it's interesting, Wilkinson, Robinson, Nicolaisen, and Nelson, all the sons of the Almighty, no? So that's very fitting. Again, when you hear Nelson Company, we're all together. So we're all together as Nelson Company. But Wilkinson might need a meeting on their own. Robinson might need a meeting on their own. Or Nicolaisen on their own. But needless to say, that's a point of orders, okay? Captain Nicolaisen, can you join us too? We may need all the help we can get. Now's the time to speak up. Obviously, these are the captains of 50, 100s, etc. PAWs, you're captains as well. MAWs, we know you are generals, so you trump everything, you know, because the captains have informed me that we've received this communication from General John Clark, the Supreme Commander of all Missouri State Forces. Captain McKee and Captain Nicolaisen, Robinson, and Heslip have seen this, and they tell me that it has the general's signature as well as Governor Bob's signature. Both of you told me you recognized his signature, and it's regarding our safety, so you need to pay attention because they're saying we can't stay. He says, for the moment you do, the citizens will be upon you. He's determined to carry out the orders of the governor, and he says that do not once think, do not imagine for a moment, do not let it enter your minds. In other words, he's trying to emphasize this, that you will be delivered, or that your fate is not fixed. He says, I am sorry, gentlemen, this is what's particularly aggravating. The captain pointed this out to me. Now he invokes our religion against us. He says, to see so great a number of apparently intelligent men. Well, at least he admits we're intelligent. Should we accept that as some kind of solace.
And you're welcome.
Yes. Found in this situation, but this is what's particularly, oh, that I could invoke the spirit of the unknown God to rest upon you and deliver you. He says, I would advise you to settle abroad and never again organize with bishops' presence, etc., lest you excite the jealousies of the people. So our fault is being organized and disciplined and following the rule of law, like the Lord set up with Adam and Eve, the first governance on the face of the land given to Adam and Eve. And now he's chastising us for us. And then he says, you have always been the aggressors. We've been the aggressors. I think Brother Zeb was at Hans Mill and Crooked River with Brother Patton, and we were always defending ourselves. My advice is that you become as other citizens, in other words, disorganized, lest by a reoccurrence of these events you bring upon yourselves irretrievable ruin, unquote. And then he's instructed us to read the orders from Governor Boggs himself, the captains have instructed me to read it, being junior officer to all these good brethren. Hopefully they won't fire me, but he says, headquarters of the militia, October 27th, 1838. He's addressing General Clark, but with the intent that, again, we're instructed. He says, Sir, since this order this morning, I have received information of the most appalling character, which entirely chases the faces of things and places the Mormons in the attitude of an open and avowed defiance of the laws. Now, captains, when have we ever been defiant of the law? We have always been law-abiding citizens. Jeans, turn the other cheek. What?
There's a mob!
A mob?
Oh my gosh!
It doesn't look like they're going to give us any time. They're not going to...
Oh my gosh, they're gonna shoot me! Oh my gosh, he has a gun! He has a gun!
Whoa!
Oh yeah!
Let's not pet fate. Let's get to your wagons and head out.
Out of here!
Okay, that was the dude.
Oh my gosh, I got killed!
Oh, we're moving.
All right, let's get back on. So I've got family that was in the Martin and Willie Handcar Company. Yeah. And I've got a great-great-great-grandma who writes about they were in camp starving. Some lady showed up with an apron full of sugar. Said that she got it from a guy in a cave. That was fun.
I was in the front and back. They kept sneaking. Well, that's good. There's a lot of...
Okay, guys, head on over to the shake. Fill up your cups and take it with you.
that's rough. Oh, good luck in finding your... Yeah.
Beautiful city. And that's what I was expecting to see there. So imagine my surprise to arrive in camp with our wagons to find the saints in tents in the middle of a mosquito-infested swamp. There was no city there. And everybody was getting sick. Started forming. The governor of Illinois ordered the Nauvoo Legion disarmed, so we had to turn in our weapons. Then the mobs really started descending upon us. The outlying homes and farms, just like happened down in Missouri, some of them were burned, their livestock stolen. When he was killed, there was not a dry eye in all of Nauvoo. Brother Brigham, as president of Quorum of the 12, took the reins of the church. And that following year, as the violence grew, and grew more, he sent a message that if they would lay off of us for a season, we would pack our wagons and we would leave our homes and head west to a country that no one would ever want to take from us again, where we would not disturb our neighbors by the sheer presence of our existence. And they agreed, and the mob violence decreased. But he had another plan in mind. See, he had been tipped off that instead the mobs were actually going to wait for us to leave our city, and they would descend upon us on the trails and exterminate the Mormon problem on ice, and headed west in the middle of some snowstorms and cold temperatures. Now, before I left Nauvoo, I was privileged to kneel at an altar in the temple of God, where I was sealed to my mom, my pa, and my siblings. What a special occasion that was, after all those months, even years, of hard work building that building. Well, as we headed further west, the temperatures rose, and that ice turned to mud. And our wagons, they sank in that mud right up to the axles. Instead of traveling 10, 20 miles a day, we were lucky if we could go 1 mile a day, and it was back-breaking work. But we kept pushing further west. As the temperature got a little better and the trails dried up, we found that we had completely exhausted our food supplies. We didn't have the materials we needed to go west. At this time, 3 cavalry officers rode into camp looking to enlist men to go fight in the Mexican-American War. After praying about it, realized that this was actually an answer to our prayers. For by sending men, strong men, the healthiest, strongest men in the companies, to go serve 1 year in the army, we could send our wages back to provide not just for our own families, but also for the entire body of the church to move west. So my mom, she volunteered me to go. Anybody here been volunteered by their parents to come here today? Just me? Oh, there's a young man at the back here. But we always listen to our pa's and our ma's, don't we? When people are hungry and cold and have no hope, and it fell to me to dispose of their remains. When I got to Salt Lake, my family were not there. They were still back where I'd left them. So I had to go back another 1,400 miles, back east of Salt Lake, to find my family. When I got there, I found my ma had died. She died in the cold the previous winter. But I thought back on those sweet words that I'd heard in the temple of Nauvoo, when my family was sealed together for all eternity, and the pain of losing my mother was taken from me. Salt Lake as a family, and a couple of years later I met a nice young lady And we got married, and we settled down. I built a nice little home with 2 rooms in it. And I cleared a couple of fields. Life was really good. And then Heavenly Father blessed us with a bouncing baby boy. Now I hope it's not a sin, but I have to confess that he is the joy of my life. I am so proud of that little boy. Unfortunately, my wife had a hard time in delivery. We didn't have a fine nurse like you have on this day. And she died a few days later. That was tough. But my brothers and sisters and neighbors gathered around and helped me through that time. 6 weeks later, Brother Brigham came to town. I'd like to see him. I love listening to him. When you get to the valley, look for the opportunity to go listen to him preach. A very good way for you to cross the plains. I wholly support the handcart system. However, I am deeply concerned with the lateness of this season. You were delayed getting here. When you got here, some of these handcarts were not ready. There was no dried wood to build them, so you built them out of green wood. Your supplies are very meager to take with you. You couldn't take more clothing with you if you had them. I fear that leaving at this late date, this company will find itself knee-deep in snow, with nothing but the clothes upon your backs to keep you warm, and nothing but a thin blanket to lie down in the snow. I fear that your rations, meager though they are, will dwindle and expire long before you reach the valley. Decision to continue forward, know this, I will go with you. I will do everything in my power to assist you along the way. I will work with you, I will labor with you, and I will suffer with you. If needs be, I will starve with you. And if the Lord requires it, I will die with you.
Oh my God.
Because I did irritation on the top of the stuff.
We're gonna go.
If I knew that I didn't have to, you know.
I wish I stayed home. Yeah, I'm taking on my shoes, bro. I got it. I got it.
You bought a camera?
Camera?
Camera.
What are you taking a picture of? Joshua, look.
On the
No, I was
moon.
not kidding, bro.
My backpack is my pillow. I don't know why. No, I'm saying my backpack. It really doesn't come out on camera, but this is absolutely beautiful. Especially over here. Look at that. It's just amazing. It really is.
Okay, I need 2 on the front. Do not be on the inside.
A combat. What that means is that you go up to somebody and whack them over the head with it, all right? That is what melee combat is. However, today, we are going to throw them, all right? Now, how to throw them is very simple. First, you make sure that the tummy...
Doesn't do that.
Not like that. Let me just try to make sure.
That's a safety hazard.
A little bit. You want to keep it loose so that way it doesn't destroy our tomahawk. But anyway, like I said, you want to make sure that the hand is at the bottom of the handle, all right? This is how you want to throw it. And then you, of course, want to make sure it goes up to a 90-degree angle. And once you're at this position, you are then ready to throw, all right? Now, you're going to want to step over a sec, because I'm going to try and get real quick.
He's throwing, I definitely want to get out of the way.
Exactly. Now, what they're going to do is, of course, step and throw at the same time. And you want to let go where you are aiming, all right? Now, the reason why you want to step and throw is to make sure that you keep your balance. Now, here's the general idea of how you want to throw it. Just like this.
Yeah, just like that.
A little bit better than that, all right? But you get the idea. That, thank you.
So brave.
Now then, let's see, Gottfriedson and Thompson, Tomahawk's throwing station will be right on over there where those logs are. Now, don't go anywhere. Your tomahawk throwing is, of course, going to be woodworking, which will be with Ma and Pa Morlock and Ma and Pa Hansons. Ma and Pa Hansons and Ma and Pa Morlock, come on down. Now, with the woodworking station, what you'll be mainly working with wood is to, of course, split them and saw them. Now, with wood splitting, you're, of course, going to have 2 people, one using the hammer and the other using the pipe. First is always going to have a little prayer. And then, you're, of course, going to give it nice little tap. All right? I don't want to see any John Henry strings going up and coming down on them, all right? I just want to see little taps. What do I want to see?
Little taps.
Exactly. And now you get those little taps is if you have control. This is what control looks like. This is what power looks like. Control, power. What is this?
Control.
What is this?
Power. Control. Power. Power.
Very good. And I know that the monster paws are afraid that somebody might break their fingers, but I promise you, if you have nothing but control, you will, of course, not break any fingers, all right? You could even have your hand right here and then keep tapping on it, all right? That is how you get control. Now, don't get greedy and fall to the dark side and try to take all the power for yourself, all right? You want to remain having control. What do you want to have?
Control.
Exactly, control. Because what you just simply do is just pull. All you're doing is pulling. He pull, I pull, we pull, all right? That's all you're doing, because as soon as one of you pushes, that is when it is going to bend, just like that, all right? There's also a challenge behind the log sawing, is that if you can saw a log within 30 seconds, I will personally head on back on over to New York or Chicago, aka Ucaipa or Beaumont, and get you whatever you want for $20, all right? Whatever you want. That could be pizza, that could be donuts, that could be your own drinks.
Ladies. Evidently, this is the last of the big spenders right here, and he's still single.
No.
There's a reason why I'm single. But anyway, now then, Ma and Pa Davies, come on down real quick, please. Ma and Pa Davies and Ma and Pa Lefevre. Now, at gun shooting, you, of course, get to have one shot. We don't have enough caps, and we do not have enough ammo to allow you to have multiple shots. So you only get how many shots? One. Exactly, just one. And I want to just say on a much more serious note, these guns are very real, all right? They are replicants of 19th century shooting. So we want to teach you of how it was shot and how the guns were actually fired. but there will be nothing in them. There will be no bullets in them. There won't even be a single rock inside of them. There is just simply blanks, all right? We are just shooting the gunpowder. Now, to add on to that somber note, is that we actually had a gun handler that would actually watch over the guns. He used to work at Knott's Berry Farm. He was one of those stuntmen that would actually be the cowboys flipping off buildings, dying, and everything like that, and of course shooting blanks out of their guns. Now, they would only shoot about 60 grains of gunpowder in order to create that little effect. However, that is enough to kill you, because there was actually a new guy at Knott's Berry Farm. He was a stuntman. He wanted to seem cool. He wanted to seem popular. He wanted to seem like the class clown. He wanted to be the funny guy. So as a joke, what he did was take those 60 grains of gunpowder, put it up to his head, and then pull the trigger. That force was enough to cave in his skull, sending splinters into his brain, killing him instantly. Now, from what I understand is that Lefevre and Davies are policemen, correct? Law enforcement? So if they see you messing with any of the guns, they will have you removed immediately, all right? They know everything about their gun safety. Please trust them, all right? Very good. We want to have this opportunity to let you, of course, shoot guns, and we want to keep going with this. We've been able to do this for over 20 years, and we ain't stopping today. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Mom, Pa Davies and Mom, Pa Lefevre, you're going to be talking to the band down by the tables, right down there. That's where the guns are. All right. Oranges to oranges and rednecks. Come on down. Now, at archery, it is, of course, hey, watch it now. All right. Now, it is, of course, important to remember that when you do have your archery bow, you want to use 3 fingers, all right?
And only ever aim at that which you want to hit.
Exactly. That's why you don't aim it. Anyway, that's when you take 3 fingers, simply hook them right around the string, and then try to pull them all the way up to the cheek, all right? You want to have that left arm extended all the way, and then pull it up all the way to where? Cheek. Exactly. Up to the cheek, right up there. Bows and arrows, right over the way. Which is going to be with the Blurple family and the Greenest family. Come on down. Now, with lassoing, it is important to remember to, of course, make sure that you have 1 hand on 2 ropes. How many hands on how many ropes?
1 hand on 2 ropes.
Exactly. Once you have 1 hand on 2 ropes, that's when you'll be able to swing it right above your head. Now, the reason why you want to do that is because you want to gain momentum. When you have more momentum, that's when you can throw it farther. Otherwise, if you don't want to practice that just yet, you can just simply toss it, all right? You won't get too far, but you can, that is how you can start practicing. Now, once you are able to get momentum, just like this, that's when you'll have your target, and then, of course, throw it right onto them, and then pull them right in, all right? And, of course, that is how you can get a lady to dance with you, gentlemen.
No.
They're very cheap, only $20, all right? Very good.
Yeah.
And the last one will be happening with, of course, bakery. Now, you'll be baking with Sister Roll just right over there. Let's see, I just want to make sure that we got everybody. Let's see. I didn't miss any stations.
Did not see because the camera battery died. We are going to be doing some other activities. The ones that weren't specified were learning how to make a fire and something else, but I forgot. But yeah, I probably won't record it, but I'll be doing it. So yeah. So basically,
Wait, there's gear still getting set down.
Guys, stay here. They're still here.
They lied to us.
Still sending gear.
Oh my goodness, what's in here? One more after this.
Is that it? Sheena, our water's on the way. Yeah, our water's on the way.
The very last.
Hey, Cindy.
One more.
so basically, there was a ditch that we couldn't take our wagons through. So we have to take all of our stuff out individually, set it in a pile, and then we have to disassemble our wagons to make it easier to get through this little creek over here. You'll get to see in a moment. Yeah, that would not be easy with a 500-pound wagon.
Hey, hands up.
Okay, swing your fingers.
Everything's been pretty safe up there.
Okay, cart number 2 doing the same thing.
Are you gonna help catch us?
Of course I am.
Ready? Let's start feeding it, Rob.
Can't record it though.
Okay. I got it. All right.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay.
And we did it.
Okay.
Woo!
Sorry.
Sorry, what do you want? Great. Post it on YouTube.
Be careful, that tall plant right over there is a nettle, stinging nettle, painful experience on my fingertip.
You could actually go down there.
Yeah,
It looks like someone tried to build a fort right here.
Absolutely beautiful.
like a bridge.
Oh, you got a video camera.
So we have finally made it, but we're going to be staying here for like 4 more hours to do dinner and stuff. So
I'm not gonna dance.
yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home, but gotta keep going, I guess. Alright, so we finished. Not all of the carts have made it back yet, but most of them have. Now we're unpacking stuff. Hey, Sister Rumley.
Hi.
Hey, Walter. Did you have fun?
Sure.
Yes, you did. Don't lie, you had fun. You didn't even want to go on this trip.
I didn't.
Yeah, but you're glad you did. I know for a fact,
Not really.
a few years from now, you're going to be glad that you went.
No.
Oh, you're tall.
You're short.
Hey, stop that.
Stop what?
Being tall. No, I'm being tall. I'm just gotta wait like an hour or so before my mom picks me up, so.
Well, he's my.
Hey, where's the car?
Huh?
Where's the car? You said.
I don't know. She said it was down here.
My leg.
It's been a long day. I'm ready to go home to some air conditioning. Well, that's just about it.
Sunny, right here.
Sunny.
Well, yep, pretty much it.